Welcome to the world of stories. Subscribe, like, and comment. Your opinion is very important to us. I want to tell you a story that happened to me this summer. I didn't expect this from myself. I'm 32 years old. My name is Ben. I recently got divorced and moved to a different neighborhood. You think everything's gonna be fine, and then bam, you're packing your bags. So I moved into a new apartment. The neighborhood is quiet and peaceful. The first few days I just lay on the sofa, slept until noon, and then went out on the balcony, drank coffee, and smoked. It was such a strange state. It felt like you were free, but you didn't know what to do with that freedom. You sit and look out at the street and wonder what will happen next. One day I heard a noise in the yard. I looked and saw a neighbor coming out of the house across the street. She went into her garden, spread a towel by the pool, and started sunbathing. At first, I didn't pay any attention to it, but then I started watching her. She is a striking woman, hard not to notice. Her name was Amanda, as I found out later after watching her for a few days. I told myself, "Come on, Ben, you're acting like a teenager," but I couldn't take my eyes off her. One evening I came home and I heard, "Ben, good evening." It was Amanda, smiling at the fence. I was surprised. How did she know my name? I walked over, extended my hand, and said hello. She invited me in for tea. We sat by the pool, drinking tea and talking. It turned out that we were both recently divorced. What a coincidence. Despite the age difference, we chatted like old friends. Then she suggested we go swimming. I hesitated, but she laughed. "Ben, don't be shy. Who's going to see us here?" On a whim, I jumped into the water, clothes and all. Amanda laughed, and soon we were splashing around in the water. My heart was pounding. Later, we were lying in a chaise lounge and looking at the stars. Amanda turned to me and said, "Ben, I think you're thinking about this too much. Let's just enjoy the moment," I agreed. We didn't see each other every day, but we spent time together several times a week talking, laughing, and sharing moments of passion. Each week we grew closer. I began to appreciate the simple things of sitting by the pool, admiring the sunlight, or chatting late into the night. One day Amanda suggested we visit a vineyard. We spent a whole day exploring it, tasting wines and enjoying the countryside. It made me realize how much I was missing out while I was immersed in my own thoughts. After that day, something changed. We began to open up to each other more. Amanda told me about her past, her hopes and fears. I, on the other hand, shared things I hadn't told anyone else, my insecurities, regrets, and hopes for the future. It felt good to let someone in, to feel understood. One night we had a barbecue in her backyard. We danced to old songs playing softly on the radio. It was spontaneous and romantic. Everything felt right, as if all the hardships had led me to this moment. 3 months passed and I finally felt like I was letting go of the past. The divorce was no longer weighing on me. One evening, Amanda looked sad. She said, "Ben, I've really fallen in love with you, but I don't think it's what you want." I realized she was right. I wasn't ready for a new relationship. We talked all night, crying, laughing, and reminiscing about the good times. I left in the morning, and we didn't see each other for a week. I found out later that Amanda had gone to her sister's house. I stayed behind, pondering everything. Was it worth the risk to try again? I'd realized it was the right decision. We both got what we needed: warmth, understanding, passion, and it was wonderful. The time I spent with Amanda taught me a lot. It's okay to let go, to let someone in, even if it's just for a little while. The days after she left were strange, but I knew I was stronger because of having her in my life. I'd often think back to those summer days when we would sit by the pool, laughing and feeling her hand in mine. Sometimes people come into your life to help you heal, to remind you that there is still beauty in the world. For that, I will always be grateful. Eventually, I got back to a routine. I took up hobbies I had been putting off, like painting. I even started running in the mornings. Life was slowly getting better. Felt a peace that I haven't felt in a very long time. Sometimes I glance over at Amanda's old house, half expecting to see her by the pool waving at me. But then I smile, realizing that those memories are a part of me now, something to cherish, something that helped me grow up. And though I don't know what the future holds, I know I'm ready to face it one step at a time.